The multiple purposes of a literature review. Dear students, in this session, we are going to talk about the multiple purposes which are used for literature review. That what are the purposes, what are the objectives of providing a literature review in a study, right? So there are multiple uses of literature, and the first one is, of course, about the historical background, right? So literature review gives us some detailed about the historical background, right? And this background is really important in order to know about the topic, about the context, and about the methodology which is explored, right? So the historical background is really important. There are topics, there are areas of research which are not complete, which are not doable without this perspective of historical background. Particularly when you are exploring a historical topic, you are working in historical research, and you need to come up with something which is in the light of history given, and this perspective is then really important. And even if you are not working on a topic which is the part of historical research, you need to give some detail of the history. Like, for example, if you are exploring IEPA, or you want to just talk about the phonetics and phonology, and you want to explore phonetics and phonology in terms of the teaching methodology, or you want to talk about the teaching of pronunciation, right, and its pronunciation pedagogy, then even for these topics you need to give some details of the historical background. So not only about the historical perspective, but also the current perspective, right? So what contemporary contexts exist regarding the topic under exploration, under investigation, right? So what issues and what questions are nowadays important, and what are those issues and questions which are under existing literature, they are under investigation, right? So the contemporary context as well as the historical background, these are the important purposes of literature review. Then we have theoretical underpinning, right? Because in existing literature, the theoretical underpinning are provided, like what theories are existing, and what the theoretical frameworks are there for a particular research topic, right? So the theoretical framework and the underpinning of theoretical framework, they are given by the literature review, right? So what models, what theories are existing about a particular topic, how is the topic processed, how it is accessed, how it is explored by researchers, and then you know about them through your literature review. And your readers, actually, they know about the topics and the theoretical perspective of the topic in the literature survey. Then there is another use of literature review that's about the definitions of technical terminology, the technical jargon which is used by researcher, and the discussion and the discussion on the terminology that is given in the literature review. So we need definitions, and we need those definitions with particular evidences, right? Like, for example, if there is a research work to be done on this communication proficiency, right, or language proficiency. So how is this concept of language proficiency defined, right, or communicative competence, right? If you are using such terminologies, then you are required to define them in the light of literature review. So literature review and the existing literature also give us those definitions which are really important. Those definitions are important because our constructs, our variables, and our topics are basically defined on the basis of those literature and literature survey. Literature review also gives us some clues, some signals about gaps, right? So those gaps which exist in literature, right? You start exploring a particular topic, and you come to know that although the bulk of knowledge is available on a particular topic, but there are some missing perspectives which are needed to be explored. So this gap is also explored in the literature, and the literature review gives us those signals and those clues about the gaps, right? Then we have the opportunity to reflect about our own study in the light of existing literature. So that reflection is given, and it's given through our own about our own research in the light of existing literature, right? Like how your work extends and challenges something, right? So how your work would address something, how would that challenge something? So these are the points which are given in the literature review, literature survey. There are some other points as well, like you can support your evidences, your findings, your results, and even your answers to the research questions in the light of existing literature, right? You surveyed, you collected data, and you put up results. But then those results, when they are interpreted, those results, when they are concluded, and when the answers to the research questions are inferred in the light of those results, then you need some evidences and some support, which are always given from the existing literature. So that is then also used for increasing the significance of the study, right? So these are some of the uses, some of the purposes which are met with the help of existing literature.